Now, our weather teams have been tracking the damage all night long. Alex McClune is live in Midtown Omaha, and Catherine Garcia will join us from Council Bluffs.
First, we're going to check in with...
Now, many of you still have tree limbs and debris in your yards from yesterday's storms that need to be removed.
Well, the city of Omaha and Papillion has...
And more than 180,000 homes in the dark overnight as powerful winds bring down trees and power lines across the metro. 808 and order up. It's the second day of the 24th annual Taste of Omaha Festival. If you don't want to light your own fireworks, you can check out several holiday events that will put on a show for you. Okay, maybe not as hot as Canada here, but definitely a dip in the pool day.
Absolutely.
Well, all of the sports fun leads to another fun night for fans in downtown Omaha. Unpopular opinion, Reds cold.
Do you do that on first try, though, or after you open the bottle? I think that's key.
Always cold, Jose.
Always cold.
And dare I say, if it's not...
There's no change in that.
And dare I say, I'm gonna make some people mad. Dare I say, if it's not cold enough, I will put ice in my wine. Over in Council Bluffs, neighbors helped each other get far in the cleanup process. Well, more first news at 7:33. 7 people are presumed dead after a private jet crashes in a lake near Nashville. And in Iowa, several people are in the hospital this morning. They were riding a boat attraction at Adventureland when it turned over.
Here he is taking care of 4 years of full college.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming out of college debt-free is like the dream.
Amazing.
That's like almost winning $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, John and Melissa, there's about 6 cop cruisers that I can see from where we are. We're right at 33rd and Hartman. Now I'm going to step out. Hundreds of people are gathered here at the courthouse to remember the murder of Will Brown, a black man who was lynched right here at this courthouse in 1919 for a crime he didn't commit. Land ho! I'm up on a pirate ship here at Bellevue Berry Farm. We're getting ready for the Renaissance Festival of Nebraska. Nebraska was awarded a $6.4 million grant to help distribute 2,500 AEDs across the state.
Adult. Remove all clothing from patient's chest. Pull red handle to reveal pad.
And over 250 of these will go to police departments across the metro.
Well, the show must go on, and it is here at the Omaha Community Playhouse. A Christmas Carol, a 45-year tradition, isn't going to stop because of the pandemic. Now, shh, the show's going to start.
Officer Smith says that when they do get these AEDs in the patrol cars, it'll be another tool to save someone's life. Well, David and Alexandra, Bud Christensen is in the Pottawatomie County Jail. It's just about 4 miles from where investigators believe he dumped the body of an Omaha college student decades ago. A DNA breakthrough could finally bring justice 40 years since the murder of Feroza Daganpour in Pottawatomie County. She was reported missing from the University of Nebraska Omaha on August 14, 1983. Later that day, her body was found by this bridge in Crescent.
Over the next several months, several agencies worked together to try to find Feroza's killer.
Sergeant Jim Doty with the sheriff's office says the case went cold and stayed that way for decades until last fall when a friend of Daganpour called in a tip, which led investigators back to the case file.
While reviewing the case reports, we did find evidence that had been collected at the scene that could possibly benefit from DNA analysis. We sent several of these items to the laboratory, the Iowa DCI laboratory, for DNA testing.
While the tip itself didn't pan out, the effort did. Doty says a match in the DNA CODIS system led them to 67-year-old Bud Christensen in Omaha. He's since been extradited to Pottawatomie County and charged with first-degree murder.
Those results allowed us more insight and eventually answers regarding this homicide.
Crime scene technician Hadley Mikovic says she can't even begin to explain advancements in technology that led investigators to Christensen.
Things that a crime lab is able to do now, I would always encourage law enforcement officers to work with their state and local crime labs to kind of review their evidence. Let Feroza's case be an example that it is never too late to seek answers.
Finding justice for Daganpour was always Doty's goal, and he finally got to share that with her brother, who lives in London.
He was shocked. He couldn't quite process it yet, but to be able to talk to him for an hour and learn more about her and who she was as a person is what makes all the hard work worth it. Well,
Pottawatomie County Attorney Matt Wilbur now wants a conviction that will put an end to this case. Some of the reasons people told me they weren't going to get the COVID-19 vaccine span from lack of transportation to being fearful of potential symptoms. More than 35% of people 16 and older are now fully vaccinated in Douglas County, but some are leaning against the shot, like Daryl Stewart.
I'm just kind of waiting to see. I'm glad I did because there was one shot that I really was interested in was a Johnson & Johnson, and now to see it fall back like that, just take time, man.
He says he wears a mask when needed, but as of right now, he's not getting the vaccine.
I'm qualified to go get vaccinated. If I felt like I needed to, I can, but right now, if everybody else is getting vaccinated, that's better for me as well.
Same goes for Lakeisha Ritchie.
I really don't want to get it, and I think I'm going to wait a while until I have to get it.
But her mom, Thelma Waller, already feels like she's immune to the virus after a coronavirus diagnosis back in June.
I feel like I'm still a little safe.
Doctors say that immunity could be short-lived, and Waller says that she's not opposed to getting the vaccine. She just wants it to be more accessible.
There's not enough places to go on the north side. You know, and everybody don't want to stand in a huge long line, so they have to have more openings.
I'm waiting for it to come closer to me. I mean, I trust the guys right here on 24th and Benny.
Anthony Stark says he'll get the shot once Heart Ministry Center has doses, but for now, he's holding off.
A lot of people are in my predicament, so they're saying the same thing.
And if you are looking to get vaccinated, head to the Douglas County Health Department's website and you can sign up for an appointment there. Waverle Monroe, KETV News Watch 7.